If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. I'm a little sick, so bear with me. Alright, is the game trying to be the new Nipsey Hussle? And DJ Envy responds to Gucci Mane dissing him. Plus, somebody comes out with a top 50 worst rappers list, and it's funny as hell. Let's talk hip-hop. Game goes on Instagram, right? He posts up this picture, right? And he says, you gotta learn to smile through the bullshit. Been in the cut letting my hair grow on the low. LMAO, right? Shout out to West Coast Braids for getting a young nigga right, and my dog Alan Ray for the precision on this immaculate lineup. Oh, and my brother Davies and I are now at war on the length of the braids. You better pull on them and get so they could get longer. Give me a month. And he's like, LOL, right? So it's a positive, post. He's kind of trolling Davies, but not on no negative, no FU type of stuff. He's like, yo, Davies, you see my braids are coming in. Your braids, you better pull on your braids to get longer because mine are coming in, right? And that's all cool, funny, and everything, and that's dope, right? But it's kind of crazy because is it just me? Or does it seem like, the game is like stepping into Nipsey Hussle's like life, or not his life, but because he's not trying to holler at Lauren London or even, but he's basically like stepping into Nipsey Hussle's persona, if you will, right? And he's looking a whole lot like Nipsey these days, right? Now, yeah, the game already had the beard and everything like that before Nipsey passed away, but the game is actually growing his beard out a little bit more because Nipsey's beard was definitely longer than the game's, right? But you got to take into consideration that, yes, he's growing out his beard longer, and now it looks more like Nipsey's, right? Yes, he just got his hair braided, and the game used to always have like a light Caesar or a fade or a dark Caesar, never with the braids, right? And then you got to take into consideration one of Game's new songs where he's rapping, and basically if in your head you take away his voice and you put Nipsey's voice in place of his voice, same words, same flows, it sounds like the game is completely stealing Nipsey's whole flow.
Wake up every morning and I'm grateful. To my city I remain faithful. To my bandana I will never disgrace you. To my dead homies I will never erase you. Fuck with me though. Memory of my nigga Vito. Back and forth to Toledo. Everything stuffed in that Regal. Come on. On that 10, Twin Desert Eagles. You let them birds fly like eagles. Get your head cracked for that kilo. Bust the strap and reload. Shoot them shots like free throws. Tires burning till they bald like they went through chemo. All the niggas we know, they stick to the G code. Throw that dolphin in that water like you Dan Marino. Don't do no faking, don't take no losses, nigga. If you get caught, you close your mouth, don't take they offer, nigga. We blow this green like we in Boston, nigga. Yeah, we flossing. Can't fit no Escalade in your coffin, nigga. Coughing on gelato. House in Calabasas. Look like niggas just hit the lotto. We out here on our bullshit like
I mean, even the beat sounds like something that Nipsey would rap on, right? It definitely don't sound like One Blood or nothing like that, right? And then you couple that together with, okay, the braids, the flow, the beard, and the fact that the game just came out with a brand new record label that he's calling Prolific Records, right? Where he's selling merchandise, hoodies, hats, t-shirts, all that say Prolific on them, right? Is all crazy because you know that Prolific is something that Nipsey Hussle had tatted on the side of his face, and that Nipsey Hussle used to use that term prolific a lot in his music, and then also like when he's speaking and everything, right? I mean, it's just weird, right? So I get it, right? And I keep on, and I talked about a couple of these things, but not all in the same video, right? That I guess the game, is in love with Nipsey so much, and he's mad that his brother is gone, so he started listening to a lot of Nipsey music, watching a lot of Nipsey videos, looking at a lot of Nipsey pictures, right? To the point where the game almost like self-hypnotized itself to be like, oh, I want to be like, Nipsey Hussle, which is, I think it's on a subconscious level. I don't think that he's waking up in the morning like, okay, how can I make myself look, act, and feel more like a Nipsey Hussle, right? I don't think it's with ill intent at all. I don't, right? But the thing is, like, do you not, I don't know, man. Is it like he doesn't have an identity for his own, so he decides to, it's easy for him to get swayed into, like, you know, acting like another dude or whatever the case may be? Like, I don't know, right? But it is weird and strange because the game is doing a lot right now. It all seems like it's because he's trying to, you know, bring up his inner, you know, Nipsey Hussle for whatever crazy ass reason. But do y'all agree? Let me know what y'all think about in the comments.
People gonna see this and be like, he must be banned, because why they not in the why he not in the studio? But for the record, he's not banned. I don't even know where that came from.
It came from that punk ass bitch, man. And DJ Envy, he's a pussy too.
Envy did it too?
Envy's pussy, man. Pussy. You scared to, wasn't even scared to come. You know he's scared. Where he at?
I didn't know he was supposed to be here.
He wasn't gonna come. He wasn't gonna come because the day they did that People's Court thing and you wasn't there, he was there. Him and the girl, whatever. So he ain't had the nuts to come after he did that. I knew. I was gonna confront him too. I was say, hey man, you know, you got something to say to me? I just want to see what he was gonna say. Cause he seemed like he had something he wanted to say to me.
I don't think it's an issue.
So I'm gonna give him his, you know, I'm gonna give him his face to face because I ain't know me and him had no issue. But I do got an issue with him too. I got an issue with him now. I'm gonna step to him. You know what I'm saying? Just like he stepped to them people were talking about his wife when they came up there. Yeah. He confronted them. So I'm gonna confront him about what him and Angela did. And
all right, so that was Gucci Mane and Charlamagne, right? And you see that Gucci Mane is calling like Angela Yee a punk ass bitch and calling Envy a pussy and everything like that. And basically the whole situation is that Gucci Mane was on Angela Yee's like lip service a few years ago, right? And for y'all don't know, right? Lip service is her podcast by itself, right? It's not The Breakfast Club. It's not on iHeartRadio. None of that, right? So Angela Yee, Charlamagne, and DJ Envy, all three separately have their own platforms that they're on, right? And then together they have The Breakfast Club together, right? Angela Yee's lip service is a little bit more like sexually, like sex talk and everything like that. So it's, you know, if you got YG on there, you're not asking him about, you know, Bick and Back being Bull or his new project that's coming out or his beef with 6ix9ine. If YG's on, you know, lip service, he's being asked about his, you know, sexual fetishes or his favorite position or whatever the case may be, right? So Gucci Mane was on lip service, you know, years ago, and it's kind of weird because, you know, she started talking to him in a sexual way and, you know, they got into it, you know, in a good way. But the whole thing is that, like, later on that night, Gucci Mane goes back to his hotel. And according to Gucci Mane, Angela Yee was all downstairs in the lobby trying to figure out what room he was at and blah, 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 because she wanted some of that Gucci, right? Which is crazy, right? Now, I don't think that Gucci Mane has any reason to lie about his dick or anything like that. So Gucci Mane goes up on The Breakfast Club, and this was kind of recently, maybe about a year or two ago, and he's like, yo, Angela Yee, stop fronting like you wasn't downstairs in my hotel trying to get into my room, right? And she was like, who, me? Nah, hell no, it wasn't me, because you know she be trying to play the good girl on The Breakfast Club, right? Nah, you must got me confused with like another guy or another girl or whatever, right? And she's like, he's like, nah, hell no, it was you, right? And you know, I saw a little clip and it's on my Instagram, so y'all can go follow me on Instagram, where she is talking to Gucci Mane and she's like, yeah, you know what they say about Asian girls, because she's half Asian and half black, right? She's like, yo, we got some deep ass pussy, and Gucci Mane was like, word? So she was like getting really raunchy with him, right? So the whole thing, right, is that, you know, Gucci Mane kind of said that on air on The Breakfast Club and embarrassed Angela Yee, right? So ever since then, Angela Yee has kind of wanted Gucci Mane to publicly apologize, but Gucci Mane is the type of nigga that's going to publicly apologize, especially if he wasn't lying, right? Or if he wasn't wrong. Why am I apologize? Just because I brought up something that you was uncomfortable with me bringing up, right? So the whole thing is that because of that, Gucci Mane thought that he was banned from The Breakfast Club, right? And when I say banned, I don't mean like they came out with a press release saying, yo, Gucci Mane LaFlair can never come up here ever again. But, you know, every time that Gucci Mane's people reached out to The Breakfast Club, they would deny his request for an interview. And he says, oh, I get it. I know why they denying my request for an interview. Probably because, you know, of what I said to Angela Yee. So then, you know, a couple months, about 2 weeks ago, he goes on Instagram and he's like, yo, I can't believe this. I'm banned from the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne responds and said, no, you're not banned. And then Angela Yee responds too, right? But the whole situation is that now Gucci Mane is doing an interview with Charlamagne, right? So yeah, I guess there's some kind of loyalty within the whole thing, because the whole reason why Gucci Mane was even talking shit to DJ Envy is because Envy was just had Angela Yee's back, right? Because that's his co-worker and she's a woman, right? But Charlamagne, I guess, don't give a fuck because he's doing the interview, right? So, of course, DJ Envy saw that interview and then he had something to say about it. So basically, DJ Envy responded, right? He put up this picture of his dog, right? And then he goes, me and my dog. Well, Charlamagne gave me the heads up when this interview was done, and I told him to play it. This isn't the first time that I've ever been threatened by an artist, and probably won't be the last. I've never been slapped or snuffed or jumped before, so I'm not sure where that came from. But funny it is that Gucci Mane was never banned from the Breakfast Club. When I was asked, would you do an interview without Angela Yee? My reply was, I would not do anything unless he clears it up with my co-worker. We call that riding where I'm from, and he's upset because my co-worker defended herself. Never in a million years will I tell my co-host what to say and what not to say. We share that platform. When Gucci did the Breakfast Club post and Angela Yee defended herself on the Breakfast Club, Gucci Mane got mad at me because I let her do it, right? I have never ran from conversation in my life. My kids are good, my wife is great, my dog is excellent. Anyway, I heard some lies, so I had to address it. Now back to Paris, right? So he's in Paris, like on vacation or something like that, right? Chilling with his family, and then he had to address this, right? And basically said like, yo, listen, I ain't scared of Gucci Mane. I ain't never been slapped before. Gucci Mane ain't running down on nobody. And the whole reason why I even said anything in the first place was because I was defending my co-worker, Angela Yee, right? Now, do I think that Gucci Mane's lying? Hell no. And I saw the clip of Angela Yee talking really raunchy to Gucci Mane, right? Do I think that Angela Yee is kind of embarrassed because Gucci Mane put her on blast? Yes. Hell yes, I think that she got embarrassed and now she's trying to save face, right? Instead of just being like, yeah, I was out there acting ratchet or whatever like that. So now you got he said, she said, right? And it's funny because Charlamagne is like, I'm still getting the interview, right? Which is smart. I mean, why wouldn't he, yo? Let me know who y'all believe. Y'all, I got a little cold, so bear with me, right? So with all these top 50 lists that are coming out, top 50 best producers, top 50 greatest rappers, top 50 greatest groups of all time, top 50 greatest Atlanta rappers, right? Then it starts getting regional. Top 50 greatest New York rappers, right? Starts getting real regional, right? Somebody, and I don't know who, but people keep coming out with these lists to troll us all, right? But somebody came out with the top 50 worst rappers, right? And this is funny, right? So straight off the bat, before we even get into this list, let me tell y'all who my top 5 worst rappers are, because even though I haven't told anybody my list, I definitely have a top 5 worst rappers list, right? And number 5 would be Jim Jones, right? I get it. People are like, Jim Jones, why? He's from Harlem, and I thought you was cool with Jim Jones. I am cool with Jim Jones. I love Jim Jones, right? But the whole thing is that back in the day, like on crunk music and like 2006, 2007-ish, when he was coming out with, and you could ask Jimmy himself, right? Now he's a little bit more of a rapper, but back then he was more of a goon, right? 9 Trey and all that shit, right? And he wasn't really like into rapping. He was just hanging out with Cameron and everything, right? And really and truly, I don't think that rapping was a strong point back then. So he's been on my top 5 worst rappers list from then till now, right? Then number 4 to me is Playboi Carti. 3 is Lil B. 2 is DJ Quick. And number 1 is Lil' Kim, right? Because to me, I think that Lil' Kim is not a good rapper at all. I mean, she was good when Biggie was writing her rhymes, but when Biggie stopped writing her rhymes, it was like, yo, what are you talking about, right? So is that 5? Lil' Kim, DJ Quick, Jim Jones, Lil B, and Playboi Carti. Yeah, that's my top 5 worst rappers, right? And it's funny as hell when they came out with this top 50 worst rappers list, because honestly, some of my worst rappers are in here, right? So Number 1, they got Magoo, right? And this is crazy because Magoo, you know, I don't know if y'all remember back in the day, Timbaland and Magoo, and I thought that Magoo was pretty good, but he did like fall off the face of the earth completely. So I get why people are like, yo, what about Magoo? Number 2, they got Blueface, right? And they try to play my dog Blueface, right? Blueface is not one of the worst rappers in hip hop, right? Yeah, he doesn't rap on beat, but I think that's his whole thing, right? His flow is the whole thing, but Blueface has punchlines a little bit, right? Lil Yachty does not deserve to be on this list at all. Lil Yachty actually could spit. Stunning for Vegas, right? Stunning for Vegas is brand new into hip hop. Why they talking about he one of the worst rap? It's like, it's almost like they took like if you got a group of 2 really good rappers, like if you got Andre 3000 and Big Boy, we gonna put Big Boy in the worst rappers list, right? If you got Timbaland and Magoo, we gonna put Magoo on the worst rappers list, right? If you got the Baby and Stunning for Vegas, you know, always that second guy, he goes on the worst rappers list. That's what it kind of seems like to me. So that's why I'm saying like this list is a little trolling, right? Silk the Shocker, number 5, and I can see why. But Silk the Shocker, anyway. So JoJo Simmons, number 6, okay. Number 7, G Herbo, nah, they wild out. I can't believe they put G Herbo on here. 50 Tyson, number 8, all right. Little B, number 9. Hell yeah, Lil B should have been number 1 on the list, right? I-20, nah, don't play I-20 like that, yo. OJ the Juice Man, nah, OJ the Juice Man was fire, don't do that, right? Man, I don't even know who Maddie B is. Number 12, number 13, Vanilla Ice, 14, Krayshawn. I fucks with Krayshawn, right? I thought she was dope, right? I had an album and everything, right? Call me crazy, right? Number 15, Black Tie. Now, I don't know if they're talking about Black Tie from Murder Inc. or if they're talking about Tyrese when he decides that he wants to rap and he goes by Black Tie instead of Tyrese. But, alright, you can have Black Tie on there. Ron Artest. Number 17, Wife and Lucci. Come on now. 18, Shaq. 19, Riff Raff. Riff Raff is not that garbage, right? And he's got good songs. Number 20, Playboy Cardi. Okay, he deserves to be on there, right? Number 21, Nick Cannon. OG Macko, number 22. You know, I don't disagree with a lot of these names, right? Right? Number 23, though. All right, here's where they wild out, right? They put Mike Jones, number 23. They wild out, right? Mike Jones does not deserve to be on this list at all, right? Mike Jones is, I like Mike Jones. Fuck that. Who? Mike Jones. Birdman, number 24. Okay. All right. I ain't mad at it. Number 25, Bone Crusher. I'm not mad at that either. Number 26, Iggy Azalea. Okay. Number 27, Trinidad James. No, I'll fuck with Trinidad James, yo. He got some good music. Nah, he shouldn't be on there. So, 28, Lil Pump. Lil Pump should not be on there either. 29, McConan. Well, maybe. You know, I think that McConan is good when he writes his lyrics, but a lot of times McConan just goes in the studio and starts freestyling, and that's when it's like, I don't know. McConan's not a good freestyler. Like, you know, where Juice WRLD is an excellent freestyler, McConan not so much, so I don't know, you know, why McConan would even do that, right? Number 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, and 37. So basically, from number 30 to 37, all should not be on this list at all, and I don't know what they was thinking, right? So that's Tony Yayo, Gutta Gutta, Webby, Chingy, Earl Sweatshirt, Freeway, Ludacris, and Cassidy, right? Those rappers right there are dope. Cassidy, he could bar to death half of hip-hop, if not 90% of hip-hop. Ludacris? Y'all niggas sleeping on Ludacris. Freeway is fire. Earl Sweatshirt? Come on now. Chingy got hits, plus he could spit. Gutta Gutta be murdering shit. Just because he lives in the shadow of Lil Wayne means nothing. Tony Yayo even got bars. You feel me? So, I don't agree with any of that. Designer, number 38. And Designer's from Brooklyn, but Bow Wow, number 39. Okay. Flow Rider, 40. Nah, don't play Flow Rider like that. Shorty Low, 41. Nah, don't play him like that either, right? Chief Keef. I feel like Chief Keef is not really a lyrical, miracle, satirical kind of rapper. Chief Keef is never going to go up to Funk Flex and freestyle and nothing like that on Hot 97. But Chief Keef is a whole vibe. And he's responsible for a lot of the way that hip-hop sounds today, right? Which is crazy, but a lot of people get their whole style from Chief Keef. So, you know, I wouldn't put him on there just because of sheer influence, right? 43, Plies. 44, French Montana. Nah, French Montana's nice. Don't play my dog like that, yo. Slim Jimmy, nah, Slim Jimmy nice too. Don't play my dog like that, right? Myth Bleak, number 46. They bugging, right? Just, all right, Jay-Z wrote Myth Bleak's first rhyme, right? But y'all bugging, right? YG 47, come on now. Whoever did this, they hating. Whoever did this is hating on YG, Tyga, Logic, and 21 Savage. Logic is on here at 49 because of what Joe Budden said about him last week. And you're gonna put 21 Savage as number 50, top 50 worst rappers? Come on now, right? 21 Savage is dead nice, right? So obviously this list is a little trolling, but they did get it right. So they should have just came out with like a top 20 worst rapper list, because clearly a lot of those names shouldn't be on there. Your 21 Savages, your Ludacris, your Mike Jones, your Freeway, like a lot of YG, like a lot of those names, Earl Sweatshirt, those names should not be on there, right? But all the whack ass rappers that are in hip hop are on there too, though. They do have Lil B on there. They do have Playboy Cardi on there, right? So it's crazy and funny, but y'all niggas need to add Lil Kim there, right? You ain't got no female rappers that's on the top. Oh, Iggy Azalea. They got one female rapper that's on the top 20, on the top 50 worst rappers. Nah, son, stop it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, yo, it's funny as hell. Let me know what y'all think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.